If you are someone who is looking forward to this new era of tag fighters, I need you to stop what you're doing right now and go download Ultimate Sonic Smackdown. It is an incredibly fun 3 versus 3 Ultimate Marvel style game with Sonic characters. It's really, really cool. I just wanted to talk a little bit about some of the system mechanics that make it interesting and some of the characters and their overall designs. And just as a reminder, this is a free fan game that plays like Ultimate Marvel 3 with rollback netcode. You can go download it right now, and I'll put the link down in the description, okay? I need more people queuing so that I can keep the matches flowing. First, this is an alpha. There's only 5 characters that are available right now, and during this alpha period, the developer is still working on getting systems in place and working properly. So things like throws are currently missing. It's a little bit buggy. It's an early state, okay? But things are going to get worked out, and what's here is already really fun and really, really interesting. So, what do we have? We have a very traditional Ultimate Marvel 3 style button system, light, medium, heavy across the top with your special button on your thumb. Then you have a assist 1 and an assist 2. However, like many modern tag games, this is an active tag system, so you can swap into your character after you have done the assist by just tapping the button again. This is also a game where you have a burst pretty frequently. It's just on a button. You're going to be able to use that burst as a resource probably like 4 times a match, right? You get it pretty often. I think the developer said their goal was to have it usable like every 10 seconds. So there's a lot of interplay around like baiting out the burst and then blocking it, or I assume at some point it would be throwable, maybe. I know some moves like command normals and specials will just armor through it. And I know, and this will get you, the burst is parryable. Because in this game, although it plays like Ultimate Marvel 3, it also has a third strike parry where you can tap forward and totally negate chip and block stun. Super interesting. And if you know anything about these types of games, they're really, really fast. Sometimes the pressure is layered because you have somebody calling an assist while you're doing a super or whatever. And if you're able to parry all of that stuff in like a third strike tap forward kind of way, my hat is off to you, brother. That's the coolest shit I've ever seen, right? So I'm all for it. I really like it. So just to give you a feel for what we're doing here, this is maybe a sample combo from Knuckles. Hell yeah, I actually landed it. Yeah, I almost killed him. So what are the characters like? Who's available right now? So we have Sonic, and he is sort of like a Dante slash Chun-Li type character. Super fast. Some might say he's the fastest thing alive. But he just has a bunch of like kick you a bunch and move a bunch type moves, right? So one of the best combos that he's going to do is stuff into like this. And I'll be honest, I don't really know what he does after that point. But I know that is a popular route. Boop, 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 boop. But he has a lot of interesting tools. He can use 2S to rev up and then go across the screen with that. He has 236S, which kind of does like a projectile downwards. And he can end some air combos that way. I think it does a ground bounce, so if he calls like an assist at the same time, he can get people to combo off of it. Does he have 214S? He does, right? He has like this metered, I think it's not a command throw, but it crosses up or something like that. It's hard to block, so I know that. On some of his specials, he's able to do something called a bold cancel. So if we do 236 light, it's just this series of 2 kicks, right? But if we bold cancel it, then we're able to do like the little ball bounce after it, right? So that's a way that you're able to get follow-ups. I believe you can also, for example, like on 236M, he has this overhead special, but if he taps light in special, he can bold cancel it before it actually comes out. Right. So there's just like a bunch of tricky things with this character that you're able to do and like fun combo sequences and whatnot. His assists, I feel like, are not super good, but some of them are all right. All right. So I do think he's incredibly good, though. Knuckles, I think, is my personal vote for best character in the game right now. I think his tool set is just like incredibly good, so let's go ahead and talk about it. We've got just a decent series of normals. Honestly, his punches are like pretty stubby. They don't go super far, but his stand H, his 5H, is an overhead, which can be really useful for opening people up. And you do also have some like pretty good low attacks through like to it. In terms of specials, I feel like you don't actually need that many. He's got 236H, which is sort of like the Hulk seismic wave, right? He's got 236S, which is glide, which is really, really good, especially depending on like how you can hit people. So like if I just do it on the ground, you get like the 2 hits, but it's kind of hard to do anything with it. If you happen to launch and get them at like the right spacing, you can get like multiple hits. Another special you have is the dig. So you go down and you come up wherever the opponent is, and you're active after that. So even if they block, you could like come down with a punch. If you're doing it in a combo, you can throw the rock, which I think is really good. This air projectile is 236H. It's good. It has a lot of hit stun. It does a lot of damage. It moves at like an angle that can be kind of hard to contest. And it's big. So that's good. Oh yeah, jump H I feel like is also pretty good. Just good buttons in general. And then his supers really take it to the next level because he has Bionic Arm as a level 1. And he has the Hulk Rocks also as a level 1. Right? So I feel like he's really nice because you can sometimes... These are just incredible moves to have as like DHC options, right? It's really nice to be able to DHC into Bionic Arm. It's really nice to be able to DHC into Hulk Rocks, right? So I think he's incredible for a lot of options, but his combo routes just do a ton of damage. He's able to bully people with like the high-low mix. His corner carry is insane for that move alone. I just think he's got a lot of tools going for him. I guess other moves, he's got a DP. Can I do it again? Yeah, there we go. On 623H. And then he's got an armored, like, dash belly slam, I guess, on 214M. But I feel like those moves are not as useful as the other tools that we've talked about here. So next we have Shadow, who is kind of performing like our Wesker function for the game. He's also incredibly fast, just like Sonic is, but he has the sort of Wesker tried and true punch you across the screen and then teleport to it stuff going on, right? So he has 236L, he has 236M, which is Tetsuzanko, and he's got 236H, which is like the orb around him, I guess. And then after each of these, if you push light, medium, or heavy again, you'll do a specific teleport follow-up. So this is light into light teleport, which puts you like right in front of them. I think you go medium into light teleport as well to get behind them. Yeah. And then you have the heavy into heavy teleport are usually like the ones that you do. He also has this special in the air, the Tatsu, which is good because like at a certain height, you can get it to carry people back down to the ground, right? And actually combo off of it. Especially if they're in the corner, it's really, really easy to do. But I can't figure out how to do it here. Whatever, it works. Currently, he only has the one super, which is just an explosion around him. Kind of like, I guess, Cell from Dragon Ball. But if we... let's see. You can do stuff like that to get into it. Just kidding, it whiffed. Hey, there we go. There are real routes. And that super, even though he only has the one super, it does an absurd amount of damage. And also, I know I'm knocking them down to the ground there, but he can do it in the air if he wanted to. So, that's an option. These next two characters I know significantly less, so bear with me. But we've got Metal Sonic, who kind of operates like a Rekka style character, maybe like Iron Fist. I do know the dev is talking about basically reworking this character's entire special toolkit, but for now, he basically kind of works like an Iron Fist type character. So he has 236L, which is a spinning back fist, 236M, which is like the shoulder charge, and then 236H, which is this 2-hit sequence that ends with the overhead, and he can chain these into one another, right? That's one layer of this character. His buttons are relatively normal, right? Pretty normal button structure. He does have the like Nova 6H, right? And I'm not sure if it OTGs like it does in the other game, or if it's just like an overhead, or what its function is in this one. But just like Iron Fist, you can sequence these in any order you want to. Well, not any order. I guess just like Iron Fist. Right. But you can mix and match them around. I do think there are other options. So like you have 623H, which will do the little knee that I did there, and can't get to replicate again because there's an overlapping input and it's hard. I don't know. Alright, I don't know how to get it to come out, but that is the input, I promise. Look. 623H, it's right there, jet knee. I promise you. And there's also 623L, so let's see if we can do that one. Yeah, no overlapping inputs, you can get that one pretty easy. Hello? Yeah, there we go. So, a bunch of different moves and different options. His two supers, he's got the one where he grabs you and takes you to the wall and slams you against the wall, right? Who has that? Isn't it like Maxima in KOF? Something like that? And he's got this one. Which is basically just a different bionic arm, mostly. He's got 214S, which is this move. This is projectile invulnerable, so it will not get hit by projectiles. You can't force your way in with this. And you can also do it in the air, which is very good because it bounces you up and you have air actions after that. You can either like try to combo people, which I never really learned how to do. Just kidding. You could like come down with a button if they happen to block it or something like that. So this move is ridiculous. Also projectile invulnerable, because anytime he goes into this ball, it's projectile invulnerable. Crazy, crazy, crazy. And last but not least, we do have Dr. Eggman, who is kind of sort of LARPing as a sentinel function. He's got big dumb robo buttons, big dumb robo specials. He's kind of doing like some Abigail stuff with moves like this. This is 236H. And I have seen other stuff. He has these summons that he can do, right? So he's got the little cart on 214L, 214M, and 214H, and they do cancel into one another, or at least I've seen them. Yeah, like that. So it's kind of giving like Peacock Skullgirls vibes. And then he's like very clearly got the Sentinel supers, right? Check this one out. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah, we just went there. In terms of like other shit, his button structure is like really unusual because like 5M knocks people up off the ground. You have 6H, which will sort of ground bounce people. Isn't 2M also weird? Yeah, it also lifts people off the ground. And 2H wall bounces people. But you'll never know because I don't have a throw to be able to get Sonic out of the corner here. He does not seem to have fly. Let's just check the move list. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have fly at all. Horn toss, yep. 236S, that's right, that's right, that's right. What is egg drop? Yeah! Oh, right, he's got like the charge move. I don't really see this get used either. There's one other move that he's able to do. How do you do that? He's also got like the Abigail punches where you can do this. And it is a launcher. Right. And you do this kind of stuff. So, I think he's a pretty silly, pretty goofy guy, that Dr. Eggman. No, you can't call summons after that. That would be too cheap and too silly. Anyway, yeah, that's Eggman. I figured we could play a quick match against the bot just so you can see what it looks like in action. Oop. Bop, 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 bop. Just lock them down, lock them down. yeah. Damn, these routes are satisfying. I really enjoy playing Knuckles quite a lot. Yep. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop, boop. Does this hit? It does. Okay, it's a really good way to secure a kill. Oop. Yeah, I think the game is incredibly fun. Like I said, if you go into online, you can just make your character selections and hit quick play and you'll find matches. I would really appreciate if you guys would come and shorten my queue time, okay? Please download the game. It's free, it's fun. It's got frickin' Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow. So, yeah. Alright, peace out.